Hey everyone, Travis here with eXp Realty, and I wanted to jump on and make a video regarding something pretty special to me, something that I really care about, and I know if you have one of these things, they definitely mean a lot to you as well. My name's Travis Eman, I'm the Modern Realtor. I make videos regarding real estate for buyers, sellers, and for other realtors who are trying to step their game up when it comes to social media marketing. So if you like videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because I make these videos all the time. But let's get into the video and talk about some things to consider when shopping for a home when you have big dogs. As I said, these things mean so much to me. Obviously, we have a family. I have a beautiful wife, beautiful daughter, and a son on the way who will be here by the end of the month. So we're very excited about that. But our first child that we had was our giant English Mastiff, Winston. Honestly, he's such a great dog, amazing dog. We do everything that we can to make his life comfortable, whether that be spending over $300 a month on food or living on our couch for the first year we had him because he was scared to go upstairs. Dogs mean so much to so many people, and if you own one, you know that you'll do anything to make their life comfortable. So when shopping for a home, I want you to consider these 5 things to make sure it's an easy transition for yourself and for your fluffy children. Now let's get into it. Now the first point, very important, is going to be the size and layout of the home. Obviously, when discussing bigger dogs, you're going to want to have a decently sized home to make sure that they can roam around freely and not feel like a goldfish in a fishbowl. If you have a high energy dog, this is extremely important because a dog who feels enclosed or trapped might be pretty destructive to your things. So you want to make sure you have a decently sized layout so that the dog can feel comfortable when he or she is left alone. On top of that, you want to be mindful of what kind of dog you have or your dog's temperament, because if there are narrow passageways or just areas that they might feel claustrophobic, they could potentially injure themselves by being startled. Another thing to consider regarding the floor plan is if it's extremely open concept, you might want to think about, do I need dog gates or child gates? And if I do, how hard will it be to make an area enclosed if it is too open? The second most important part when shopping for a house when considering dogs is looking at the outdoor space. Depending on what kind of dog you have, this is extremely crucial. If you have a doodle or a shepherd or a dog that needs to run around a ton, you might want to consider having a big enough yard so that the dog can get its exercise throughout the day. Especially if you live in Canada, you know that if you have to take your dog on multiple walks a day, it can be extremely tiring. So having a bigger yard or having a bigger outdoor space could definitely help the dog get rid of some of its energy throughout the day. And then the third point, piggybacking on that, is having a big yard, but also making sure that that yard is fenced. You don't want to shop for a house with no fence if you have a dog that could easily run away and is a pain to catch. Make sure when you're shopping that that fence is enclosed, and make sure that the house has it just to begin with. I know tons of people who have bigger dogs or dogs in general where if it doesn't have a fence, it's a complete deal breaker. So make sure you vocalize that to your realtor when searching for homes, just to avoid that kind of mix up, because the worst thing in the world would be you find a house that you love and it doesn't have a fence. And if it doesn't have a fence, just make sure that you're ready to pay someone to install that fence immediately when you move in. Number 4 is that you're going to want to pay attention to the flooring. Now, most dogs are going to destroy floors. That's just the way it is. So you want to be mindful of that. If you're buying a home, try to find out if it has hardwood or laminate floors, as those are more susceptible to scratches, especially with big dogs. I know for our house, especially, hardwood floors on the main floor, and you can just see how bad Winston has destroyed them. Whenever he gets scared, he runs, he claws into the ground, and it just makes for so much scratches on the hardwood floors. We'll definitely have to replace them soon enough, but just know that it's a very expensive job. So if the floors are extremely expensive hardwood, be mindful of that, because they're probably going to get destroyed over time, especially if you have a bigger dog. Also, on top of that, if your dog's a little bit scared of their nails being on hardwood floors, look at the staircase as well, because I know for Winston especially, going up and down the stairs with the hardwood floors is extremely scary for him. He's had instances where he slips and gets frightened and slides all the way down the stairs. So you might want to install some sort of carpet or protection on the staircase just so they have enough grip to get up and down those stairs. And then finally, guys, you want to pay attention to the neighborhood. Is the neighborhood pet friendly? Try to pay attention when driving around to see if there's dog parks or trails or anything that could be pet friendly for you and your fluffy child. Also, this isn't relevant in my neighborhood, but there might be pet friendly policies or policies in place for dogs. So just try to pay attention to all those things before you go ahead and make an offer on a house, because it would be the worst if you bought a house and they have policies against the size of dogs or any other kind of pets that you might have. So guys, those are just 5 quick points that I wanted to make regarding buying a house when having a dog. Definitely pay attention to these things as I said before, our dogs are so important to us that we want to make sure that the transition is smooth for ourselves and for our pets. And guys, if you enjoy videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I make these videos all the time regarding real estate. So hit the like button and we'll see you in the next video.